Welcome back. Oh, look at all that spaghetti. It's time to feed this panel, so what I'm going to do is start with loading my arc fork wires. Trying to position my so you can see the happenings of what's going on. So you have to strip your wires and make the measurements accordingly. I'm going to feed them into the back here. So I stripped off the BX, and I'll show you a process of that in a second. Let me just go ahead and feed this in, because what you're doing is relabeling all of your lines so you don't forget which is which and what goes where. Yep. So when you're clicking breakers, you know exactly which room it goes to, exactly which light, outlet, switch, device it's controlling. Okay, so let's go ahead and put that there. See that this is a double. It can hold two. So this is a double. So what we're going to do is go ahead and do the next one, and this is the stove. That's the stove. So what we're going to do is go ahead and add the refrigerator with that. Let's find fridge, and I'll go ahead and shave the fridge off so you get to see the process of that. It's a funny looking tool we got to use too to get to that. So let's go ahead and position fridge and get that measured. Yeah, fridge is going to be measured. Let me go ahead and sit down my phone. Hopefully we can get a good angle. Yeah. Okay. Now, let's go ahead and grab this tool. This is what's called a roller splint. Just so you can see, this is what we use to strip the BX wire. It's called a roller splint. I'm going to put that into action right now. Go ahead, position, and get that line. It's refrigerator line. Hello. Refrigerator line. Yeah, this is what goes down in here. This is ratchet. Let's loosen this up. It's too tight. There we go. Now we can get a grip. Move up some. And once again, that's our fridge. Let's clean this BX line casing. Get exposed to our copper. Yep. Spin it, spin it, spin it, grip it and spin it. Eventually, this little blade in there cuts through, and we get to separate it and pull apart. You can see it's pulling apart. Yeah, but I can't yank it off because it's too long. So I'm going to go in sections, and I'll pause, come back when I get that line cleaned out. Okay, now that that's been stripped off, the next thing, before we feed it into our panel, we have to protect it from arc spark. And the best way to do that is with a good old bushing. Some people call them red heads and red hats. It depends on what country you're from. I work with a lot of people in different countries, and they all call them different things. But they're technically called bushings. They're to prevent arc sparks. You put them at the tip of the wire, like that. Squeeze that in there. And to keep it from falling out is this little wiring that comes inside the BX casing. We just wrap it around into the grooves and gives it a tight snug. And it's not going to fall off. And then we cut it. It'll usually be too much. You give it a quick twist and it'll pop right off. It's thin. Alright, and then now let's feed. It's really long wire. It's going to go in that double BX connector. And I'll switch positions so you can see better. It's going to go in this double BX connector. Kind of a dark sight, I swear. I don't know. Let me go ahead and give it some light. Yeah, that's better. Yep, I'm going to feed that in there. So we're going in this, the first feed is a stove and the refrigerator. These are all going to go in our arc spark breakers. So we want to feed that first. Let's get that out the way. And keep that all on one side of the panel. So we chose to go with the left side of our panel for our arcs, and the right side of our panel, as you can see, we done fed all of those BX connectors, the holding in. That's all going to go on the right. So now that I have my 2 lines in, I'm still tagged on the top. I have to actually make new tags and put them down here, because once the sheetrock's up, they're going to cover all of this and you won't even get to see what line is which. So just to let me know what line I'm tagging, I'll leave them on until I re-tag them in the bottom. I'll usually take them off or I'll leave it on. It's up to you. So it's important to leave these very long, because you need space to do what you're doing when you're feeding your panels. Okay? We're going to get back to the feeding of the panel and load all these lines, but when it's time to do the connections to the breakers and we start loading these breakers, that's going to be another video. So right now, let's go ahead and tighten up that double BX connector using our little drill. But they say don't use the drill because it doesn't work too good. It strips the screw and all that. It's all about the judgment of you and your tools. Know your tools. Know how to use your tools properly. So I'm going to go ahead, my line's in, and give it a nice little head start tightener. Okay, let me just go ahead and give some view to what we're doing, because you can't see with that in the way. Okay, see my lines are in. Tighten up. There you go. And you hear a little skipping. That's enough. Now we go to the screwdriver for secure holes. And that's that. First 2 lines for the arc spark, arc fork breaker are in. Here we go. And now let's go ahead and start labeling. So when we come back, we should have a few more lines in, and we'll keep going. Okay, I'll come back with new videos.